This is Villa Leopolda, hidden in the hills above Villefranche-sur-Mer, between Nice and Monaco. Behind its gates are acres of botanical gardens, dozens of luxury rooms, and a history filled with royalty, billionaires, and some of the world's richest people. Its story begins in the early 1900s, when King Leopold II of Belgium began buying up land along this coastline. Villa standing today was built between 1929 and 1931 by American architect Ogden Codeman Jr., and it later passed through the hands of counts, industrialists, and Fiat's Agnelli family. In 1987, banking billionaire Edmond Safra and his wife Lily purchased the estate, and Lily kept it until her death in 2022. Public estimates have placed its value near $750 million, though the true figure has never been confirmed. 20 acres of manicured gardens and a guest list that once included Aristotle Onassis have made Villa Leopolda a symbol of old-world wealth. But Villa Leopolda isn't even the most expensive private residence on Earth. Around the world, a handful of billionaires have built or bought homes so valuable they rival luxury resorts, royal palaces, and even small cities. From a smart mansion on the shores of Lake Washington to a sky-high penthouse in Monaco, these are the estates that redefine what a home can be. Let's start closer to the bottom of the list, in the hills of Los Angeles. The Manor. In the exclusive Holmby Hills neighborhood sits a French chateau-style estate known simply as The Manor. Built in 1988 for television producer Aaron Spelling and his wife Candy, the home stretches across more than 56,000 square feet and contains 123 rooms, including 14 bedrooms and 27 bathrooms. There's a bowling alley, a barber shop, and rooms once dedicated entirely to gift wrapping and doll collecting, along with a grand double staircase inspired by the one in Gone with the Wind. When Candy sold the estate in 2011, the buyer was 22-year-old Petra Ecclestone, heiress to the Formula One fortune, who paid $85 million in cash. 8 years later, the mansion sold again for $119.75 million, setting a price record for Los Angeles County. In 2025, it changed hands once more, this time to former Google CEO Eric Schmidt and his wife Wendy for a reported $110 million. A staff of around 30 people is required just to keep the property running. It's proof that even a home built for a television dynasty can end up in the hands of a tech billionaire. Fleur de Lys. Just a few blocks away, in that same Holmby Hills enclave, sits an even more legendary estate known as Fleur de Lys. Built in 2002 for socialite Suzanne Saperstein and her then-husband, billionaire Metro Networks founder David Saperstein, the French chateau-style mansion was modeled after the Vaux-le-Vicomte Palace outside Paris. Commonly sited at around 50,000 square feet, the estate includes 12 bedrooms, 15 bathrooms, a ballroom built to host 500 guests, and a 600-foot tree-lined driveway paved with cobblestones salvaged from Manhattan's old sewer system. The Sapersteins divorced just 3 years after construction finished, and Suzanne first listed the home for $125 million in 2007. It finally sold in 2014 for $102 million in an all-cash deal, beating out competing billionaire bidders from England and China and setting a record at the time for the most expensive home sale in Los Angeles County history. Reports have widely linked the purchase to billionaire financier Michael Milken, though the buyer's identity was never officially confirmed on record. Xanadu 2.0. On the eastern shore of Lake Washington, hidden behind dense trees, sits a mansion that looks more like a research lab than a home. This is Xanadu 2.0, the private residence of Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates. It took 7 years and around $63 million to build, and today it's commonly valued at more than $130 million. Sunk partly into the hillside for privacy, the property is said to be electronically monitored down to the individual trees on its grounds. Every guest who visits is reportedly given a small electronic pin that quietly adjusts the lighting, temperature, and music in whichever room they enter. The estate spans 66,000 square feet, with a swimming pool that plays underwater music and a private library said to hold one of Leonardo da Vinci's original manuscripts. Gates began building the compound in 1988, years before Windows had made him one of the richest men alive, which means his home grew wealthier right along with him. Ellison Estate. Nearly 1,000 miles south in the hills of Woodside, California, Oracle co-founder Larry Ellison spent almost a decade building something that looks nothing like a typical Silicon Valley mansion. Modeled after a 16th-century Japanese imperial estate, the property spans 23 acres and includes a man-made lake, a traditional tea house, a koi pond, and 10 separate structures built with obsessive attention to historical detail. Ellison bought the land in the 1990s for roughly $35 million, then spent hundreds of millions more constructing the compound piece by piece. Estimates place its finished value at around $200 million, a number that reflects not the size of the main house, a relatively modest 8,000 square feet, but the sheer craftsmanship poured into every garden path and wooden beam. Ellison has called himself one of the world's most avid collectors of trophy homes, and this Japanese retreat may be the most personal of them all. Villa Les Cèdres. Back on the French Riviera, in the exclusive enclave of Saint-Jean-Cap-Ferrat, stands Villa Les Cèdres, a property with a botanical garden so vast it holds more plant species than most public parks in the world. Built in 1830, the estate was purchased by King Leopold II in 1904, then passed to the Marnier-Lapostole family, the creators of Grand Marnier liqueur, who spent decades expanding the gardens to include more than 14,000 rare tropical species across 25 greenhouses, alongside a private chapel and stables built to house 30 horses. When the drinks company Campari acquired the estate in 2016, rumors swirled that it could sell for as much as $1 billion. In 2019, it finally sold to Ukrainian billionaire Rinat Akhmetov for a reported $221 million. $221 million a fraction of the early asking price, but still enough to make it one of the most expensive residential purchases in French history. 4. Fairfield Pond. On the eastern tip of Long Island, in the exclusive hamlet of Sagaponack, sits a compound so large that neighbors once mistook it for a hotel or a resort. Behind imposing gates and high walls built for absolute privacy, this is 4 Fairfield Pond, the primary residence of industrialist Ira Rennert. Spread across 63 oceanfront acres, the main house alone contains 29 bedrooms and 39 bathrooms, making it one of the largest single-family homes ever built in the United States. Inside, there's a private power plant, 3 swimming pools, a bowling alley, a basketball court, and a dining room nearly 30 meters long. The estate cost roughly $110 million to construct in the late 1990s and is now commonly valued at around $248 million. Its garage alone can hold close to 100 cars, more than some small dealerships. Odium Tower. Sky Penthouse. High above the Mediterranean, at the very top of Monaco's Odium Tower, sits a residence unlike any other on this list, because it isn't a house at all. It's the Sky Penthouse, a 5-floor apartment spanning roughly 35,000 square feet, with a kitchen on every level. Its most famous feature is a private water slide that drops from an indoor dance floor straight into a circular infinity pool overlooking the sea. The listing has also included 3 separate staff apartments, a home theater, and round-the-clock concierge service. Reports on its price have varied wildly over the years, from around $335 million to as much as $440 million, though the identity of its eventual buyer has never been made public. Whoever owns it now controls what may be the single most expensive apartment on the planet, hidden in plain sight above one of the most photographed skylines in the world. Antilia. And finally, in the heart of Mumbai, on a street known locally as Billionaires Row, stands the most valuable private home on Earth. This is Antilia, the residence of Reliance Industries chairman Mukesh Ambani. Designed by the Chicago firm Perkins & Will and moved by 9 high-speed elevators, the building rises 27 floors and nearly 70 feet into the sky, spanning around 400,000 square feet, making it closer to a vertical city than a house. 6 floors are dedicated entirely to parking for more than 160 cars. 3 helipads sit on the roof. Inside, there's a 50-seat private cinema, hanging gardens, a spa, and a snow room designed to cool residents down in Mumbai's tropical heat. Around 600 staff members work daily just to keep the building running. Estimates of its value commonly range from $2 billion to as much as $4.6 billion, depending on the source. But even at the lower end, Antilia stands as the most expensive private residence ever built. For most people, owning one luxury home is a dream. For the world's richest billionaires, these estates are monuments to ambition, legacy, and unimaginable wealth.